Hello everyone and welcome to Rose Hacks. This is going to be the first episode in the Get Started Hacking series. I actually already went through this machine and recorded it to come and find out that my audio wasn't working. So we're going to run back through this machine real quick. I'm not going to really be I'll walk through the questions again with you and I guess we'll just do show answer as we go through them and talk about them as we get there. So the first thing we do is once you create your account on Hack the Box, you want to go up here to starting. It's not going to say starting point and shit, connect to Hack the Box up here. If you're new, you're going to click on starting point, and then you're going to download your VPN. As you can see, I've already downloaded and connected. But once you download your VPN, we're going to go to our terminal. I'll clear this window, and then we're going to go to where it was downloaded. For me, it's going to be downloads, and it would be there, right there. But it's not because I've already moved it. In order to move it, you would do move, and then the actual file that you want to move. I'll just move this one here, and then we'll move it into. We'll say that we're moving it into the box series or any other directory. What was it? Get started hacking. We'll just do, for the sake of the video, we'll just do home. Cannot move to permission denied. Sudo. So for whenever you get a permission denied like that, you have to use sudo. So we'll do sudo moved, and then text stuff to home directory. And password. Boom. And it should be gone. Yep. Alright, it's been moved. So that's just how you move things around, and like sometimes depending on the type of thing you're trying to move, like I said, you'll have to do sudo, like I did there. Alright, so let's go back over to our home directory. And I'm just all over the place with typing today. Okay, home, cd into Kali, ls. And we already created a directory, and in order to do that, we do mkdir, and then type the name of the directory there, and that'll create you a directory. Cool. Alright, so let's cd into our directory. By starting series, I'll go ahead and remove, and now we want to create a directory for meow, so we just type in mk directory, meow, that'll create your directory for meow. And now cd or change directory into meow. And we're here. Let me go ahead and remove these real quick since we are starting over here. I apologize for that. Meow, okay, and boom. And our directory is empty. Awesome. So the first thing we're going to do with any box is we're going to go and, well, for one, we're going to grab the IP address, copy the IP address, and we're going to make sure that we're actually connected to the machine, as sometimes there can be problems, or it can just take a minute to start up. So we can do ping, and then we can do Control-Shift-V. And as you can see, oh, there it goes. And now I'm connected to the box. I'm going to do Control-C to get out of that, Control-L to clear my screen. So the first thing we're going to usually do when we start a machine is the enumeration. In order to enumerate the machine, we're going to use a tool called Nmap. This is a network mapper. It's probably the biggest, most famous tool for mapping out networks. It's a huge tool with so many options. And you can actually learn about the tool through nmap-help. And here you can go through all the numerous options you can use with Nmap. Here we're just going to use a normal Nmap scan, nmap-sv-sc, SV for version, SC for scripts, and then you're going to put in your IP address there. And we're going to let that run, and I guess while that's running, we can go ahead and go over to our questions. That's just a part of the enumeration phase. Anytime you get a machine or an IP address, you want to map it out, see what services and ports are open, because those are our entryways. Any open port is a possible entryway into the machine. And then once we find out what ports are open, we go into the further enumeration of each port. It's a cyclic process, penetration testing. You're going to be going around and around, redoing things from previous steps, and once you have new information. Alright, so task 1. What does the acronym VM stand for? As we can see right there, it is virtual machine. Went over that in our last video. What tool do we use to interact with the operating system in order to issue commands via the command line, such as the one to start our VPN connection? It's also known as a console or shell. That would be our terminal. What service do we use to form our VPN connection into Hack the Box Labs? We used OpenVPN. Oh, I actually didn't go over that, did I? That'd be pretty useful. So once you actually have your VPN in your directory, like we did, remember how we moved it into our directory? What you can do is open VPN. Actually, here, you need to use sudo for this as well. Sudo open VPN, and then you're going to put the actual VPN. You're going to type in the VPN there. And sudo is actually just lets us run things with root privileges. So it's really useful when you need higher privileges in order to run certain things or do certain operations. Alright, what is the abbreviated name for a tunnel interface in the output? That would be ton, and we can actually see that by going over here and typing in ifconfig. And you can see our actual tunnel interface we have right there at our VPN. Cool. Alright, task 5, what tool do we use to test our connection to the target? That would be the ping. That was the first thing we did when we connected the machine, just to make sure that we are connected. What is the name of the most common tool for finding open ports on the target? That would be Nmap. Network Nmap. What service do we identify on port 23? Well, let's go over to our terminal that I think we closed. That's not good. And I think, did the scan finish at least for us? It did not finish. No problem. We can just run that again. It shouldn't take too long to scan there. You can actually check the status of Nmap scan while it's in progress by hitting enter. You can see we're already 99.31% done. Another useful option you can use with Nmap is the -O option, where you can output the contents of the scan into a file, and then you can have that to look at for later. We're not doing it for this particular machine because it's a small machine, and as you can see, there's only one port open. That's Telnet, which should be the answer to our next question. You also have the version, which is really useful whenever you're doing penetration testing or hacking. You want to try to find out what version of a service is running on a port. That way you can find possible exploits or vulnerabilities with that service. So we know that that's Telnet. Awesome. What username is able to log into the target over Telnet with a blank password? So there's a couple things. There's things you can do with this. We could try to brute force it, or something crazy like that. But since this is such an easy box, all we'd probably have to do is use one of the default credentials. And we already know the password's blank, so that means it narrows down our options a lot. So all we need then is a username to get access into the box. Alright, meow login. So we could try the basics, which would be like admin, then no password. And that doesn't work. We could try administrator. Oop, I hit -H there. Let me try it again. Come on, admin. Oh, you can't backspace on this one. That's annoying. Administrator. Spelled administrator wrong. Amazing. Administrator. Alright. we can spell administrator, right? And that doesn't work. And we actually get booted off for maximum number of tries. But the motto of hacking is try harder. So we're just going to keep trying here. Once we get back connected back into the Telnet login screen. So we tried admin, administrator. Another big one, especially if you're hacking into the Linux machine, is going to be root. New login root. And wow, we didn't have to type in the password, and we have access to the machine. We have root access on the machine, which is the highest privilege you can have on a machine. This usually means that you're done, and to find your flag, we can do ls, it's already in root, and there is our flag. We can cat that by doing cat flag.txt, and there is our flag. We've successfully rooted the machine. We submit our flag here, and that would be the end of the machine. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Sorry about the technical issues there and having to run back on the machine like that. Hopefully the next couple machines won't have any issues and we can just go through them both together. But again, yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.